With summer swimming season upon us, U.S. safety around the water is the utmost important. We thank you for joining us for NBC4 at 11. I'm Colleen Marshall. 5 times in the last week, first responders have been called to a potential drowning in progress.
I'm Kerry Charles. 4 children were hurt. One of them died in a creek in Coshocton County. NBC4's Kyle Beachy spoke with an aquatics expert today who has a warning for everyone, not just parents.
It's pool season starting tomorrow for many Columbus City pools, and while they all have a lifeguard on duty, many of your lakes and ponds do not. That's why 2 experts we talked to say it's imperative that every adult is ready to help save a life. Hanging out at the pool during the summer can be fun for everyone, like Derek Martin, who's ready for pool season.
Excited. I'm ready to get this community out in the pool, get them cooled off. It's been hot the last few days.
Martin is a former Marine rescue swimmer. Now he keeps a watchful eye at Dodge Park Pool. And they have a rule.
If your child is 8 and under, you need to be within arm's reach of your child at all times.
He advises using that rule at home too, but understands it's tough to keep your eyes glued to your kids.
Unintentional drowning is a leading cause of death for individuals between the ages or under age 4. I'm not looking for everyone to be an Olympic swimmer, but kids, teenagers, everyone going into the pool should have some basic pool and swimming lessons so they can survive in the water.
After a handful of near drownings and a tragic death of a 2-year-old in 1 week, Martin and Public Health Commissioner Dr. Myshika Roberts agree.
It's also important that if you're going to be around the pool, you know basic CPR.
It can be learned on YouTube in about 10 minutes. It's not a very complex training method or anything like that, but it is very effective, and it may be the only thing standing between that person and their life or death.
But what if you're not certified?
Is that something that they should go ahead and try to do anyway, just to save a life?
For sure. Like, if you have a drowning victim, that person is not breathing and potentially also does not have a pulse, and they need help immediately. A child knowing how to swim doesn't mean that child doesn't need to be supervised while they're swimming.
Even though Martin suggests doing CPR even if you're not trained, jumping in to save someone is another story.
If you don't have the capacity to save yourself, you can't save someone else. So if you are not a swimmer and you see someone drowning in 12 feet of water, you jumping in to try to save them is going to lead to 2 drownings instead of 1.
Another thing that Martin suggested was that if you lose track of a child, always check the water first and then go search. And he also says to keep a buoy or a life vest or even a long stick nearby to help with a rescue. Local for you in Columbus, I'm Kyle Beachy, NBC4.